We talked about Game of the Year award. We talked about hidden gems. We talked about unappreciated games. But we never talked about our own personal favorite games that everyone else in the video game culture kind of hates. So in this segment, we're going to talk about all those games that we enjoyed at the studio, but a lot of people don't seem to like. And we'll give our reasons why we actually enjoy these games. And hey, I mean, why can't there be a good game that has horrible mechanics as long as it has a place in our heart? Well, my favorite video game that mostly everyone else hates and they don't even know about is Eragon. Yes, when I say Eragon, I mean from the movie Eragon. This video game was based from the movie. Looking back at it in YouTube, it looks horrible. However, when I was about 6 years old and playing it, or 7, don't remember very well, I used to play with my little cousin, and I would be Eragon, and he'd be the guy with the red sword, I forget his name, and we'd just be killing these NPCs that could not do anything because they didn't put any mechanisms to them, and so everything was just kind of like a hack and slash for us. And yeah, it was pretty, like if you see it now, it does look horrible, but I mean, it was a blast for us because we were just kids and we didn't really even know what we were doing very well. So just button mashing pretty much helped us throughout the whole entire game until the very end, where only one of us could go against the final villain because in the movie, the supporting character died. But overall, I'd say that's a game that's always going to stay in my heart, even though a lot of people probably are going to hate it if they ever know about it. But yeah, it's going to be one of those that I'll always enjoy.
Okay, so I love Halo 4. It was my most anticipated game when I was at that age. And I got the Halo 4 Xbox and the unicorn armor, and it was awesome. But in addition to all that, Halo 4 is really fun, and I really like the story, and I don't give a that you didn't read the books, because they're really good. You're just too lazy to learn how to read. That's not my fault. And I really like that the books were incorporated in the game because it made much more sense to me than just going out shooting. And then there's the enemies, which is really cool. I'm tired of fighting the Covenant, okay? Something else. Boys are just mad because Halo 4 had color and feeling. And I love it. I don't care what you say. Bye.
My most game that I think is overhated is Mass Effect 3, mostly because people dislike the ending to the game, which I can kind of see, but I completely disagree with because everyone sort of has what the perfect ending in their mind is going to be, and so they warp their own like dumb energy into thinking that there's going to be this perfect ending that they can only envision, and then somehow the game's going to deliver it. And the game delivered on like what BioWare has always done. It gives you some pretty open options and then gives you a pretty open ending. And to me, that like really was what I wanted. And for me, I chose the neutral ending, which was you shoot the ghost, and then it goes, okay, well, we're just killing everyone. Hope the next people figure it out. And then they do. And like that was my ending, which I thought was like a good ending for my Shepard was just kind of a, I'm going to do what I want kind of guy. Mass Effect 3 has like the tightest gameplay. I think having all the characters come back together and having a lot of like relationship payoff. It has the best DLC in the game with Citadel being genuinely funny, heartwarming, and sad in all the ways of like, it's the send-off people probably wanted to be in the game, but I think you could only do in DLC, like you needed the DLC format for it. It also has what I like is that the choice of the ending for me really did pay off. Where everyone else thinks like it didn't for them, I really enjoyed my Shepard going, you know what, I'm not fucking the choice, I'm just shooting this ghost. And then everyone going, oh, well, I guess you all lose, but like the next race that comes after you will like get your message and Mass Effect will kind of restart and hopefully they'll figure it out. It's like almost a more hopeful message than I think all the endings are to give you. And maybe to me, like that's what they intended was for you to like get rid of the choice, go out on your own. And that's why I like Mass Effect 3.
My game is Skyward Sword, a Legend of Zelda game that came out a while back ago. It was like the first one made specifically for Wii, and all of my siblings and I, we gathered around and we started playing it, and I have just like really, really fond memories of hanging out with my siblings and spending hours just in front of the TV. I thought the gameplay was like really cool, and it was just like you're up in the sky and you get a bird and you get to fly around on it, and there's like the sword, but the sword has a name named Fee, and it's like really sad because she has to like die at the end or something. I don't really remember a lot of it, but everything I remember fondly. I like the idea that it was a prequel, and I know that Legend of Zelda has these different games, like all the games are set in a timeline, and I like the idea that, oh, we have a set sequel and it's up in the sky. I really like things that are up in the sky, if you can't tell. My sister would used to like jump off the, what is it called? Hold on. Yeah, my sister would like be in Link, jump off, run, and like scream like Bruce Willis, and that's what she called the bird. I always laughed at that. I have nothing else, like very little about this game. But I remember liking it. It was a really good game.